Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday. I'm out here this morning, my usual, coming out into the nature, getting the breeze, feeling the vibe. and it's on me to do this video. And most videos either come from experience, as I mentioned before, or being close to someone that's going through or whatever. So I want to talk about dealing with someone who is entertaining others. And I've seen it a lot growing up, and I vowed not to do that or put myself in that position, but hey, a lot of stuff is easier said than done. It's not a bad thing. It's a part of dating. But again, it depends on where you are in your growth and in your journey and your purpose. So if you have grown past a certain level of operating in a certain way, which is more than likely the minimum, the breadcrumbing or the minimum, or you're not getting what you're giving, it's not being reciprocated. And you can have an intuition, usually they're right, but some choose to wiggle their way out or be deceitful instead of just being 100. We have the people out here that say they're real and, they 100, they don't play no games. But, once you get close to a person and you get to seeing how they operate and you're seeing how their words are not matching their actions, and then when you call it out and having them to stand on it, hold them accountable and point it out to them, not in no combative way, because you can't get through to nobody being combative. Let's just be real about that, because think about if someone was to come to you. I try to always be in that mindset. Go to someone how you would want someone to come to you. If you go to someone with some rah-rah, some drama, some, I'm on 1,000, turn up or whatever, you more than likely you're going to get that in return, because most people going to be like, first of all, who you think you talking to, or who you think you finna walk up on like that. So it's always a way. It's a way of doing things in order to get the message or the lesson, whatever needs to be learned across. So it can definitely be done, but it also have to start with you. How would you like the result to be of this if I approach this person to talk about this or something like that? So they may be deceitful and try to wiggle their way out, but you can only be fake for so long. You gonna slip up, you gonna get messy, and that leads to more mess. So if you're dealing with someone that, for one, is still battling with themselves, because it's not you after so long, after you've done what you can do and you've shown what you can show, to stand on what you say, on that you're 1,000, that you're real, and you straightforward, and you ain't got time for games and stuff like that. So you've shown that 1,000%, but this person still project their BS or try to make it like, it's you and not them. And it could be both of you guys, and let me tell you why. It could be you because you're standing on your boundary, you're standing on your growth, you're standing on what you allow people to do and not do to you. So when you bring that to someone and they don't want to face their truth or face their mess or whatever they may have that's being detrimental to their life and the people that's around them, they may look at you as if you're the problem because you're coming to them out of love. Because if you love someone and you see There's work that needs to be done. Y'all should be in a position, good morning, should be in a position where y'all could talk to each other. Because the people around you or your circle around you should be able to come to you and tell you when you fucking up. Like, hey, I see the domino effect. I see your patterns. I see these cycles. And these same results are coming out of it, but just with different people. And so you want to point the finger at other people, but if you sit back and look at your patterns and your cycles, and you're seeing that you're getting the same results with different people, you're the problem. More than likely, that person is the problem. But instead of them having to face themselves, get their act together in order for greatness and prosperity to start falling onto their lives, they'll point the finger or try to make it like you're the problem or you're doing something that you're not doing. And so it's up to you on if you're going to allow that person, to gaslight you, to breadcrumb you, if you're going to allow that person to project their hurt, their pain, their darkness, their everything that goes against your light, your growth, your coming out of cycles, your breaking generational curses, that being better for not only for yourself first, but for your children. If you can't, at least do it for your kids. Like, you have to pour into you, and you have to be better, be a better you in order to pour out better results to your children, because they're watching. They're watching your patterns. They're watching how you operate. They're watching what your actions do to others. So yeah. So if you're going to be dealing with someone like that, and again, it can be anybody, and it can be a family member, it can be a significant other, it can be just someone that you allow in your space, no matter who it is. If you're doing your work and as you're growing and they are deterring you from moving forward, or they're trying to go against your growth, or try to make it seem like you're the wrong one because you're standing on your boundaries, you're standing on what you say you are, you standing on being real, 1,000% real, not running around here hollering you real but being fake, really in reality. Because like I said, you can be fake for so long, you can lie for so long, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. What's done in the dark, baby, I'm a firm believer of that. That's why I don't mind anything I do. I don't mind doing it in the daylight. If I'm doing it in the dark, I don't mind doing it in the daylight. I do not at all. So, because I'm a firm believer of what's done in the dark comes to the light, and I have nothing to hide, nothing at all. So, and hopefully others can operate in their truth and walking in their purpose and sharing their stories of not having anything to hide. Because at the end of the day, it's your journey. It's your journey, and you can't worry about other folks. People don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. Do what's pleasing to you and your purpose, what's in alignment with what God has put on your heart and on your spirit. And if God is putting it on your heart and your spirit to let folks go, the longer you hold on to them, the longer you're keeping yourself from your blessing and prospering, and the longer you're allowing them to play, basically lie and play and be fake in your face. So, and the more you grow in your spiritual journey and you get closer to God in your walk, He will start revealing these things to you and showing these things to you, to where when people do try to manipulate or be deceitful and play on words and things like that, you can see right through it. You can see right through it. And you can just let them, if you choose to deal with it, you can't get mad at a person being who they're showing you that they are. So once you see it and you continue to move forward with dealing with people, places, things, or whatever, it's on you on what comes out of it at that point. You can't keep pointing the finger at that other person, because at the end of the day, you're allowing this person to still project their stuff onto you instead of taking what you're saying into consideration and things like that. So instead of that, you either deal with it or you don't. And if you deal with it, you can't play victim. So either you're going to deal with somebody like that or deal with it or you don't. And if you do, you can't play victim. You can't talk bad about that person, talk down on that person or what have you, or they this, and they ain't gonna never do this, and that. Okay, you saw that. They're giving you plenty of examples, but you're still there. So what are you talking for? You're still putting yourself in that position to get that treatment. So don't bash that person. Don't bash that person. You then look at yourself because you're allowing it. So, and people will do what you allow them to do at the end of the day. So if you ain't with no mess, you ain't with the unhealing cycles, the drama, just anything that's not positive and things like that, I ain't got time for it. Life too short. Life too short. You either with me or you ain't. We either rocking or we ain't. Period. That's with anything, anybody. So I'll stop there because I have more, but again, I'll have to do another video. So I'm going to continue to sit out here and enjoy this peace, this natural. I got to get my skin tone together. But anyway, yeah, it's getting a little hot out here. The sun ain't out, but yeah, I'm going to go get my tea going for the morning. But yeah, so be blessed, you guys. Be a blessing. Live, laugh, love. God is love. Peace and love. Love and light.